A friendly reminder before we start. Before we get into learning this new move, pause to think about the thoughts you are telling yourself. Are you saying you must get this move with a click of your fingers, otherwise you are not good at pole dancing? If you are, take a moment to remind yourself that you are here to have fun. For me, I know when I am too hard on myself, I do not enjoy pole dancing at all. Be kind and patient with yourself and focus on being okay if you don't get moves straight away, as this happens to the best of us. Pole dancing is a marathon, not a sprint. Do what you can today and leave the rest for tomorrow, and that's really all you can ask for. Today we will be learning the fundamental pole move, the crucifix. I remember taking a while to get my crucifix. It took me a long time to figure out where to position my legs and how to hold myself up. So behold, in this video, all my secrets to mastering this move after a thorough analysis from my multiple attempts. Procedure. Positioning your legs properly is the hardest and most crucial step. Looking back on how I used to enter crucifix, I only just realized it is done best if broken down into two parts. Number 1. Position your lower legs on the pole like you do in a climb. Number 2. Straighten your legs and sink down until the pole feels secure between your thighs. Don't worry if you slide down as you straighten your legs. This is a necessary step to get the pole between your thighs even better. Here's a hot tip. If you are just learning this move, try this two-step process. Compare the difference it made to do this step using the two-part process rather than trying to get your legs straight in one go. Here I had skipped putting both lower legs on the pole first, before straightening my legs to get contact between my thighs. Instead, I put one lower leg on the pole, then went right into pulling myself up and straightening my legs. You can see I am way less secure, as it didn't give me the chance to get a strong grip between my thighs, which happens when you slide down into the move. Now this can definitely work, but I just found the two-step process to be a little hack for getting a stronger hold between your thighs. Keep your outside hand under your chest and weave your inside arm to the front of the pole. You can also bring your outside hand over your head, then weave your inside arm through, similar to what we do for a vomatron. Release both arms. Regrip your outside arm at chest height. Remove your inside arm's shoulder from the pole and regrip to land. Points of contact. First, you will place one leg behind the pole on the outside part of your back foot, the front ankle, along the inside of your calf and your inner knee. The other leg will go to the front of the pole and will contact right behind the ankle, the underside of the calf, and the inner knee, much like the contact points for a climb. The second and most crucial part of contact will be between the thighs. You should feel most of your weight held between the thighs. To get this great inner thigh contact, as mentioned in the procedure section, you want to straighten your legs and sink into the move. You should feel a pull on your thigh skin as you sink, and that will tell you that you have good leg grip. Make sure the pole is between your knees before you straighten your legs. Progressions. If you are learning this move for the first time, by now you should know how to do a climb. If your climbs are a little bit rocky, you can practice the first part of placing your lower legs on the pole by doing these climb spins. Here I am focusing on correct placement of my lower legs, as mentioned in the points of contact section. It will also help to get used to the feeling on your skin, as it can be quite painful, and finding the most secure positioning for your legs. Once you have this down, it will make getting into the crucifix much easier. After all, you need to know how to climb to get into a crucifix. You can also practice correct placement of your entire leg by starting on the floor first. Once you get the pole in full contact with your legs, take it slow. Practice holding on with 2 hands first and getting your legs used to the feeling. Then slowly take one hand off and see if your legs can handle the extra weight. Finally, take both hands off. Remember to try placing your lower legs on correctly to make this as comfortable as you can. Then straighten your legs to get the pole between your thighs. Problems. You are sliding. As soon as I did this one thing, I stuck to the pole like a magnet. When first trying this move, I didn't realize why some days I would stick and other days I would not. But then I realized it had to do with my leg grip, or lack of it. From then on, I always made sure to warm up by jogging or doing a workout with sweatpants on, to ensure I got the slight perspiration on my legs. But eventually I became lazy and just opted for shaving foam or gel for a quick fix. The second reason you may be sliding is due to lack of thigh grip. It was a game changer when I realized my thighs is where it was all at for holding this move. Say you've put grip on your thighs and you are still sliding. The next option is to increase the contact pressure between the pole and your thighs. Try putting the pole between your thighs as much as you can. I know I keep saying this, but it is such an important tip. You can get better grip between your thighs by having both knees in front of the pole, then as you straighten your legs, sink into the move. Another thing I found was my legs are slightly bent, not completely straight, with your inner thighs in full contact with the pole, which allowed a better thigh hold for me. Personally, this works for my leg shape, but may slightly differ for you. So don't be afraid to experiment a little to see how you can get the best grip between your thighs. Another thing is to put less pressure on the bony parts of your lower leg, which cannot hold your weight nearly as well. Try to avoid contacting the pole with the bony parts of your legs, like putting the front part of your knee or the top part of your foot behind the pole. Here you can see the very top of my back foot is pressing into the pole. This can really hurt, so try to angle your foot more diagonally so it is on the outer side part of your foot and higher up your ankle. Here you can see the knee of my back leg is behind the pole. Not only might this hurt, but it offers less grip between the thighs. Try to avoid doing this and instead have both knees in line in front of the pole. We want the meatiest part of your body doing all the heavy lifting, and that will be your thighs. Also, when you put these bony parts on the pole, it really hurts, which will probably make you want to let go, and you will inevitably slide off the pole in this situation. Lastly, squeeze your thighs. But I will tell you, the better you follow your skin grip preparation measures, the less you have to squeeze your legs. So take the necessary skin grip preparation of choice as needed. You are spinning too fast. This may also be your first experience of spinning after climbing into a move. If you're on a spinning pole, that is. It takes time to learn how to control the spin of the pole, and I still struggle with this from time to time. Here's a basic principle you should know though. Bringing your body close to the pole will make it spin faster. The faster you do this, the faster you will spin. Due to the process of getting into the crucifix, it is a move vulnerable to spinning too fast into. So what you can do is bring your body into the pole slowly, or stick out an arm to slow yourself down, which you will naturally need to do to get into the full crucifix anyways. You get your arm stuck. It can feel very uncomfortable to get your body around to the front of the pole. Try reaching across to the other side as much as you can, then bend down to clear the pole. Also make sure your outside hand is not too high, which will block you from getting the pole behind your inside arm. Your feet or lower legs hurt. For many of us, this may be our first ever pole move, which uses so much of our legs. It's hard to figure out where to contact the pole with what part of your legs to make yourself as comfortably uncomfortable as you can be. I remember this move really hurt when I was learning it, and it still can to this day. You may feel the pain most in the front part of your back foot. To get around this, you can either flex or point your foot to avoid contacting with the top bony part of your foot. Point your foot even more so the pole is on your front ankle and the outside part of your foot, rather than right on top of the foot where your bone is. Or flex your foot so the pole is on the outside media part of your foot. I know this contradicts everything you hear about never flexing your foot in pole dance, but it won't hurt if you're a beginner and you're just learning this move and want to avoid all the pain that comes from it. This might not be an issue for you. It really depends on your anatomy and how your bones stick out. It's hard to avoid completely contacting this spot, but test out how the angle of your foot can work best for you to provide the least amount of pain possible. As mentioned before too, the more you hold with your thighs, the less weight will be on your bonier lower legs, and thus less pain will be created. Pizazz. Now that you have this move down, it's time to add in the finer details to make this move as pretty as can be. I find this move looks really nice when you create as much space between your body and the pole when you are weaving your body around to the front of the pole. So go as far to the side as you can, then bring your chest down as you bring your inside arm to the front of the pole, just for a little theatrics. Otherwise, you may just look stuck and uncomfortable, and the thing is with pole, the aim is to trick people that you are very comfortable and not at all in any sort of pain. When transitioning to bring your body to the front, try to bring both arms up at the same time as soon as you have brought your inside arm around to the front for one seamless transition. Here's a cute bonus variation of the move. You can have your outside arm up over your head. You can also take your front lower leg off the pole, which is made possible by getting the pole securely between your thighs. Oh look, a little leg switch. This kind of just happened by mistake, but if you like it, you can try it too. I did this leg switch by tilting towards the side of my outside arm, so my thighs are holding me up, then hooking the pole with the back of my front leg's ankle, while straightening the other leg, which was at the back of the pole, in front of me. Okay guys, thanks for watching, see you next time, and happy pole dancing, potatoes.